Hello, welcome to Limit News, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Limit himself, Zeke Limon, and this is my review for Venom: The Last Dance. But before we get into that, let's get the housekeeping out of the way, shall we? I'm just leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Venom: The Last Dance, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, Venom: The Last Dance. So first, going into these Sony movies where there's no Spider-Man. And, I said this during my Madam Web review earlier this year, too, which feels like a lifetime ago, in all honesty, is that when I go into these movies, it's kind of like a throwback and a reminder of those 2000 superhero flicks, like a Ghost Rider, Daredevil with Ben Affleck, Elektra, those types where, they're fun. They're just fun movies now. As a little kid watching those in the theater, I thought those were on the same level, with a Spider-Man or a Blade. Because, we had those few diamonds in the rough where we're like, wow, these are where superhero movies can be. And then, we had what superhero movies were. Like, we figured it out as time progressed. But yeah, these Sony movies are a reminder of those, like the Daredevil, Ghost Rider, and Elektra, where, there is fun with them. And that's really all I look for within these movies. And I've liked all the Sony movies, minus Madam Web, to a T. Like, I actually do find some enjoyment in Morbius. I really do. I had fun with the first Venom movie. I liked Venom: Let There Be Carnage. So, I was just kind of going in knowing what to expect. And that's kind of all I can really say about this movie is that, look, you know what you're getting into when you go into it. Did you like the first Venom movie? You did? Cool. Then I really can't see how you don't like this one. Did you have fun with Venom: Let There Be Carnage? Then, okay, I expect you to have fun with this one as well. If you are someone who has not liked any of the Sony movies, including Venom, you're not going to like this. You're just not. So it's just really hard to critique these movies because, we're 3 movies in within this franchise who has let their identity be very well known from the get-go that... we're wacky, we're fun. We don't really take anything that seriously. You can come or you don't have to. So, as the third chapter, there's not really much more new I can say about it. With that being said, I do think out of the Venom trilogy, I think this one might be my least favorite out of them. Don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of fun with this. The things that really carry on this movie for me is... the main reason why you bought a ticket in the first place is for Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom and seeing them bounce off of each other. It's very entertaining, the bromance style where, they're a couple, but they're not really a couple. They're still very much doing that. And it is a lot of fun, and it's very, very funny and very entertaining throughout the whole entire flick. And it is the main portion of it. It is truly the stake of the movie. The problems I have with this movie is the sides. It is, the baked potato. It is the greens. It's everything else that doesn't have to deal with the steak. Because when Eddie and Venom are doing their thing, it's a lot of fun. But everything else, there's just some things where, plot convenience-wise and some character motivations that, again, I can really critique this movie and just absolutely dismantle it. Like, there's one aspect where a character is saying he's very afraid of something. He doesn't want to go to a location because he is afraid of what he might see. And when they get to this said location, it's this person who is scared, who did not want to see anything from this location, is leading the charge to go see the thing that he didn't want to see when they got to this location. And it is just like, man, just change it up a little bit. Like, it didn't have to be that character to lead the charge to still get him into this situation. You could have had this other character, the one who wanted to go to this location, go to this to lead the charge. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is a whole B plot within this at Area 51 or under Area 51 with this girl scientist that I do not remember her character's name. The actress's name has left me, but it's a very good, talented actress. And Julia I can never say his name. Another phenomenal talent who's, the army guy, and it's very stereotypical relationship of army guy who just doesn't understand this scientist stuff. It's very It's very run-of-the-mill. You've seen this 100 million times. You just say, yeah, you scientists, you are weird. If it was up to me, we would just get rid of all the aliens while I try to understand them. And while, she's like, no, we want to try to understand them. She's trying to live the dream for her brother that she lost. And I just did not care for any of it. Again, Julia's character, I really do feel like was just there for inconvenience for either the scientist or for Eddie and Venom. And it just really felt like, well, all right, so this guy's here, so something's going to happen. Now, when the action is going on, it is very good and very entertaining. The final battle is a lot of fun until it ends abruptly. Like, I really do feel like we really weren't building to a finish in the finale of the movie. But I had fun while it was going, and that's really the main thing I could say about this movie, is that I had fun throughout. Even when this weird family comes in, who's played by Dr. Connors. It's not Dr. Connors. I just cannot remember the actor's name. But the guy who played Dr. Connors in The Amazing Spider-Man, this little hippie family who are traveling to a destination. And when Eddie's with them, it's very funny. That van scene is very, very funny to me. And while Eddie and Venom are talking, it's very funny. When they get to Vegas, it's very, very funny. When they meet Mrs. Chen, it's very funny. And again, when the stakes are happening, which they repeat over and over and over again, which is like, okay, I get it. This movie's only 90 minutes long. You don't need to keep saying the stakes. It's not going to take that long for us to remember what is happening here. And like Venom is explaining the stakes to Eddie, and Eddie's like, yeah, no, that's pretty serious. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. And then Venom does these silly things because, Ava is on the stereo, which I get. Like, don't get me wrong, I get. But it's just like, it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, you have a character explain something, and then they do something that they just said don't do because they explain why they shouldn't do it. But that said character who explained why you shouldn't be doing these things is doing it. But again, that's what I expect when I go to see a Venom movie. So going into 3 movies and being annoyed by it, that's on me. That's really on me. That's not on the movie, because the movies have made that very clear from the beginning with the first Venom movie. It's like, look, yeah, we're not going to take that super seriously. Stuff kind of happens, and then, it kind of gets all piled together within a film. But to me, out of the 3, this one was the ones I was third. But that does not mean I think the movie is bad. On the lemon scale, I think it is a store-bought lemonade, which is still a positive ranking. It goes sour, expired store-bought, and then store-bought. The only 2 bad ones are expired store-bought and sour lemon. Store-bought is the first of the positive reviews. It's like a C. And then there's lemonade, freshly squeezed lemonade, and then strawberry lemonade at the very top. Kind of think of it like strawberry lemonade is an A+. Freshly squeezed is an A. Lemonade's a B. Store-bought is a C. Passing grade, but they say C's get degrees. And if we want to compare it to baseball, The Last Dance is a single. To me, Let There Be Carnage and the first Venom movie were doubles, with part of the first Venom movie being the very top for me. I really did like that. But, again, you know what you're getting into when you go to see these Venom movies. So if you like the first 2, I really can't see why you do not like this one. If you didn't like the first 2 and you don't like any of the Sony movies without Spider-Man in them, you're probably not going to see this to begin with. And if you do, it's on you as to why you hate this movie. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Venom: The Last Dance. Again, it's a fun movie. It's fun. If you want to go to the theater and go see it, by all means, go ahead. Because you know what you're getting into when you buy the ticket. If you really don't know what you're getting yourself into, save for a $5 Tuesday. I still think it is a fun time in the theaters. But yeah, leave a like on this video if you made it this far. I would greatly appreciate it. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. And again, hit that subscribe button as more content is sent your way. And I will see you here next time at Lemon Studios.